Hello again. I'm guessing that most of us, when we see a newspaper headline about some family doctor who has been struck off for indecently assaulting a female patient, assume at once that the guy's name is likely to be Indian or Pakistani. Very ill-natured and wrong of us, of course, but it generally turns out to be the case. This is less a matter of racism or xenophobia than it is statistics. In the description to this video, I give a link to the website of the Medical Practitioners Tribunal Service, which lists the names of all the doctors who have appeared before them on disciplinary charges, leading sometimes to suspension or even being struck off. The first thing one notices is that the great majority of the names are foreign. I'll read out the first few names. Dr. Bervin Teo Chong Wai, Dr. Gamal Mohammed, and Dr. Andrew Thilaniagam. I think you get the idea. About 3/4 of the names are foreign. This is alarming in itself, but the way that the tribunal bends over backward not to strike off foreign-born doctors, even if they commit serious offences such as rape, is almost unbelievable. Consider, if you will, the case of Nigerian doctor Aloyeo Foyama, a consultant at Blackpool's Victoria Hospital. The Medical Tribunal Practitioners Service concluded on the balance of probabilities that he raped a colleague. Allow that to sink in for a moment and then reflect upon the penalty imposed upon this doctor. He's been suspended from practicing for a year rather than being struck off. The reason the tribunal gave was that the rape was a one-off event. Seriously. Then too, he apparently received glowing commendations and references from other doctors at the hospital, also presumably foreigners. And the woman wasn't a patient of his, which was seen as a mitigating factor. I give a link to the BBC report on this case in the description to this video. But wait, a quick search on Google reveals something interesting, which is that there have been previous allegations of a sexual nature against Dr. Foyama. I give a link to another news item about the same doctor from the year before last. And I hope that people will read that and think about it a little. It seems that he was accused of behaving in a sexually motivated way towards a female patient in 2018. Obviously a different case from the one where rape was alleged. It was also said that he arranged for her blood to be tested without her knowledge. It wasn't needed medically and he failed to record the test in her medical notes. Very rum indeed. I'm bound to say, for my own part, I would prefer to be treated by a doctor born, educated and trained as a doctor in Britain rather than some random foreigner. But there, that's just me.